though you look the other way. I know you long for something new, so that you're wasting all your days looking for something that is right in front of you. And I just want them to notice you. And I'll never let go of you. There's something flying in the air.
I was just having a debate with a friend of mine, and we got stuck on the difference between fault and responsibility. She kept talking about how something was somebody's fault, it's somebody's fault. And I was like, it don't matter whose fault it is that something is broken if it's your responsibility to fix it. For example, it's not somebody's fault if their father was an abusive alcoholic, but it's for damn sure their responsibility to figure out how they're going to deal with those traumas and try to make a life out of it. It's not your fault if your partner cheated and ruined your marriage, but it is for damn sure your responsibility to figure out how to take that pain and how to overcome that and build a happy life for yourself. Fault and responsibility do not go together. It sucks, but they don't. When something is somebody's fault, we want them to suffer. We want them punished. We want them to pay. We want it to be their responsibility to fix it. But that's not how it works, especially when it's your heart. Your heart, your life, your happiness is your responsibility and your responsibility alone. As long as we're pointing the finger and stuck in whose fault something is, we're jammed and trapped into victim mode. When you're in victim mode, you are stuck in suffering. The road to power is in taking responsibility. Your heart, your life, your happiness is your responsibility and your responsibility alone.
So I came across this post on Facebook about Valentine's Day. And the person who posted, I believe, said something along the lines as, you guys remember this day in school when we used to have Valentine's cards, in elementary school and stuff, we used to pass them around and stuff. And I seen the post and immediately I started laughing, and like, yeah, that was so fun, you hoped a certain girl would give you a special Valentine or whatever, So I wasn't by far a popular kid at all, but at least I don't think I was anyways. But I have fond memories of that day and passing out cards between the classmates. I thought that was really, really cool. It was something to get excited about. And of course, there's a flip side of that. There would be some disappointment too, right? I don't know, maybe you didn't get the Valentine you wanted, or your feelings may have gotten hurt in some way, but the point I'm trying to make is, I came across some of the comments, and this would only happen in today's day and age, right? Someone commented that, it's a stupid holiday, we shouldn't subject our kids to it. They shouldn't have to face rejection that early and make them feel outcasted or ugly or something like, okay, like, so what's this person trying to do? Are we supposed to shield our children from everything? So, well, let's wait until they're in their 30s to find out the way life really works. Like, unfortunately, being a child, I think, is a sink or swim thing. I think the sooner a child learns how to expose to certain things, the sooner they can deal with them. Mind you, as long as they have the proper support of the parents, right? I imagine if a child faces these Valentine's Day traumas and they don't have the support at home to explain this to them, I guess I could see how that could damage them. But it's going to damage them regardless, right? Sooner or later, a child's going to have to face certain realities of life, right? So I guess it's up to us to say, okay, well, what would be too traumatic for a child too early? Would Valentine's Day cards fall into that category? I don't fucking think so. I don't think so. So I was thinking to myself, if I had a daughter and I had to go through this situation with her, and I had to explain to her the difference between pretty girls and ugly girls and popular girls and unpopular girls, or even with a boy for that matter. Automatically I think to myself, when I read things like this, I think to myself, what would I do in this situation? How would I handle that situation? So what immediately come to mind? So was my yearbooks, or pictures that I have when I was younger, and what people looked like back then and what people look like now. And I would probably show my son or my daughter these pictures, say, well, see this popular girl here? Well, look at this. This is what she looks like now. I think that's probably how I would explain it to her. Because 30 years can do a lot of damage to some people, right? So let's get lucky. Father Time is kind, and life, threw us some of us some easy cards. So, but for some of us, what started out as being pretty or popular certainly did end up that way, right? So I think that's how I would probably explain it to them. But it's just like, what the fuck's going on, What the fuck's going on? I'm not complaining. The world is the way it is, and the world's evolving the way it's evolving. It's just, I just thought it was a harmless post that brought back a lot of really cool memories for me, because I remember that, grade 7, grade 8, grade 6, those fucking little Valentine things. I remember my mom would bring some home, and I'd fill them out for all the girls and the boys and everything, It's good times, good memories, fuck, good memories. Yeah. And to have someone in the comments shit all over something like that, Now, granted, they're entitled to their opinion, but, like, seriously, This is an adult commenting on this post. Was the person commenting on this post, were you one of the ugly girls, or the unpopular girls that didn't get all the attention from the boys, Well, I don't think the problem is Valentine's Day. I think the problem is you. You need to fix your shit, You need to fix your shit. If you can't understand that those are fucking 8-year-old girls and 8-year-old boys who don't know what the fuck they're doing, they're just reacting on their emotions and no logic, and you're taking that personally 30 years later, Valentine's Day isn't a problem. You're the problem, You're the problem. But it's not my problem, and you may not see it as a problem, but I just think it looks silly in the comments, that's all. Maybe you're trying to make a statement, but I think the statement that you're trying to make, you don't realize what we see, at least what I see anyways, Love Valentine's Day. Love Valentine's Day. How could you not love Valentine's Day? God damn it. Anyways, till I see you guys again, take care of yourselves, to each other. Krahm bless you all. I'm taking a nap. I had a fucking crazy workout this day. Crazy workout. Go to bed. Take care, guys. Can't stop thinking about the stupid Valentine's thing. Because even if, let's say, the ugly girl or the ugly boy didn't get any Valentine's Days from anyone, let's say that happens. I'm trying to recall if that happened when I was a kid. It must have been someone, but I'm sure if it comes to me if I think about it, because there's always someone, right? But let's say there wasn't Valentine's Day. the unpopular or the ugly girl or boy is still going to face that out on the playground anyways, right? Like, there's no hiding that fact. That's the point of the life that child's in. There's no way to shield that. Not having Valentine's Day certainly isn't going to stop that, right? No, it wouldn't. You know what? It always comes down to fucking the parenting. Whenever I see something and I think about how would I handle that as a father, it always comes down to, well, okay, well, how would you parent this? You know? Talking to your fucking kids. It's just... That's the problem. What's happening in the world is the problem. It's fucking preparing our kids that's the problem. We're not putting our time into our kids, you know? Whether we're... And I think the biggest problem too is we're not open-minded. As parents, you have to be an open-minded. You gotta think like a kid. Remember what it was like to be like a kid. You know? You can't be closed-minded. You know? So what would be the benefits of Valentine's Day? What would be the benefit? Let's say I had a crush on a girl in school, but I never quite could muster up the balls to tell her how I felt. You know? It took Valentine's Day for me to finally tell her how I felt. You know? Wouldn't that be a good thing? You know? And then get rejected. But you're going to get rejected as an adult anyways, too. Right? Can't shield our kids. You can't shield them. You can't protect them from other kids. Because kids don't know what the fuck they're doing to each other. You can't stop it. Oh, you can if you don't let your fucking kid out of the house. Right? It's the only way you stop that shit. Fuck. How do you bring a child into this world that people say, I hear it all the time, you would die for your child, you'd do anything for your child. But then why do so many people don't take the time to talk to their child? Why is that? Why the fuck is that? If the child is the most important thing in their life, how come they don't act like it? What? As long as you put food in their mouth and a roof over their head, that's all you have to do as a parent? Oh, job's done. Job's done. It's not a fucking dog or a cat, for fuck's sakes. The world is what it is. It all falls on the parents. I'm sorry, it all falls on the parents. It does. It really fucking does. But it's tough, right? Especially now you have a working mom and a working fucking dad. Going to their shitty ass fucking job, busting their ass all day. Coming home, in a bad mood, fucking tired. Cook supper, drive kids to hockey, do this, do that. Now, you have to talk to them too. Teach them about life on top of everything else. I swear to Christ, you know what? You need a license to drive a car. You need a license to catch a fish. But anybody can have a kid. You need to apply to have a fucking kid, I think. Imagine that. Had to go through a screening and a psychological evaluation before you could have a kid. Fuck. But then some people have a kid and they got good intentions, they plan for it, and things go bad. Life can go bad. Things go bad fast. Oh, wow, he's making my head hurt. Oh, there's so many variables, eh? So many variables. So am I trying to make a point? Yeah, you know what the point I'm trying to make is? Stop always being so fucking negative. We can't do this, we shouldn't do that. Instead think, what can I do to correct this? What can I do to fix this? How can I make this situation better? How can I make my child understand? Instead of shifting the blame to someone else, society's fault, the government's fault. How about we take some accountability ourselves to fix the shit? You know? Hey, I was alone this Valentine's Day. Yes, I was. And that didn't deter me from liking that holiday. Not a bit. I have my memories, man. I had lots of good memories of Valentine's Day. From grade school all the way through as an adult. What a great day. I don't know. Okay. Till see you guys again. Take care of yourselves, to each other. God bless you all. Okay, got that out of my head. Now I can sleep. This episode is brought to you by Six Store, guaranteed to make you big as fuck! And special thanks to Working Hands. It's the shit!